Guys, today I have something for you longbow shooters. And when I'm saying a longbow, this is just what I call a stick bow myself. It ain't got no riser or nothing. Now I acquired this bow here, and this is a Cabela's Frontier longbow, 68 inches long, 40-inch pound draw. And at my draw length, I'm pulling 43 pounds. But I got this out, and I even put some wool yarn puffs on it. And I got this thing out, guys, and I went to shooting it. And y'all talk about hand shock. This thing's got more than hand shock. It literally feels like it shakes my brain in my head. That's how bad it is. Like I said, that's the Cabela's Frontier. Now, I don't think they sell these no more, because Bass Pro Shop bought out Cabela's, and I noticed they don't sell their brands, because I actually shoot all the years. I shot the Cabela brand Carbonaires in my compound deer hunting. But I thought the grip was like holding on to just a daggum old stick to me. Well, I see people on them longbows, they wrap them in leather. Well, I got to look in my shed, and I didn't have no piece of leather, but I had a leather welding apron and had pockets on it. I'm like, I don't ever use them pockets. It's kind of like a suede leather. Well, I put that around there, and I took me some taxidermy string and a taxidermy needle. Now, I didn't try to lace it where you could undo this. I literally sewed this as tight as I could to this bow. But here's the trick that made this a nice custom grip that I'm talking about fits my hand. Now, I know y'all can't see on the camera, but it's got every little dimple, wrinkle. Right here's the indention. I mean, it's indentions everywhere that fits my hand. And let me tell you how I did it. After tying that leather on there good and tight, I took 100% silicone. I raised the edge up here, and I stuck that tube down in there. Now, of course, down here at the bottom, I put a zip tie around it so it wouldn't shoot out the bottom. And I started pumping this full until it tightened up everything and was starting to come back out the top. Now, as long as you keep your wet rag where it comes out the top, you get it right off, you ain't got no trouble. As long as you do it as soon as it comes out with a wet rag. Don't try doing it with no dry rag. But this, again, is 100% silicone. So what I did after I pumped it full of silicone, I put my hand around it. And I didn't want to squeeze too hard, just kind of give it a little soft press so it'd start making everything fit to my hand. Then I cleaned the silicone back off around there, off the top. And I waited about an hour, and I picked the bow back up, and I'd squeeze it just a little bit harder because the silicone was starting to set up. Now, this took like 3 days. It takes about a good 24. You don't want to shoot it till 24 minimum, but I waited, I said 3 days, I meant 48 hours, 2 days. I waited a good 48 hours, but that next day when I come in, I put my hand on it, and I kind of drew back on it just a little bit. Not all the way back, just a little bit. And then I'm telling you, it made this leather, and I know y'all can't see, but it made it literally, right there's got a big old wrinkle, but it fits whatever's wrong with my hand right there. It fits that wrinkle in my hand. And with that silicone in there, it did help with the vibration of this bow. But guys, I think these things sold for like, if I remember right, I may be wrong, like $175, $189. It was under $200. But these things should have been selling for about $50 if you ask me. Even after doing this, y'all see me out here playing with it, and I'll play with it every evening. I shoot my bow that I'm gonna hunt with, and then I'll play around with this. But this thing, and I don't know who made these for Cabela's. Yeah, it is. It's got flint wood right there. It got flint wood archery. Now I ain't got nothing else to compare this to. But I'm gonna tell you right now, I'm sure that's probably what them same ones at Academy Sports and some of them other places sell. But I wouldn't give you $50 for that. It's got so much vibration in it. But it's got such a good handle on grip on it right now. But what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna make me another project bow. I don't know if y'all seen the video on my 1960s Bear Cub that I sanded the limbs, took the poundage down on it, painted it up. Well, I'm finna try something with this bow, cause I guarantee you I can't shoot it. It jars it just like it shakes my brain in my head. So I'm gonna make a project bow out of this. And since it's a 40-pound bow, I'm gonna actually see if I can take this down to like a 30-pound bow, make a fun bow out of it. But I look at the laminations here, they pretty thin, so I ain't gonna probably want sand here. But it's narrow and it starts getting wider and then it starts getting narrow. So I'm gonna take off each side when I do this, and that'll be on another video, to see if I can make a fun bow out of this and get it down to about 30 pounds just for something to play with out here in the yard. With 30-pound bow, you can still hunt with that. But it's got to get something to make it fun shooting, because I ain't hunting with this. And I know I ain't putting no limb savers on it, but guys, a bow should not shake your hand and head like this thing does. I promise you, you can get on Amazon and buy some cheap longbows, probably for the half the price this thing so far, which I don't know what it would sell for now. This here is probably about 10 years old. I'll see if I can look up on Cabela's and see what they sold for before they stopped selling them, but this is ridiculously rough. I mean, but I got something to work here to make another toy out of, and that's gonna be coming up on another video. And I don't know, I'm gonna sand right down through here. And actually, since it's a project bow, if I get it turned into something I think I may shoot just for fun out here, I'm probably gonna paint it, because anything I do to this bow, if it helps it, I don't want somebody to look at it and think that's a Cabela's front here and shoot it and say, man, this thing's nice. I'm gonna see if I can buy one of these old Flintwood bows. Because if they ain't done nothing to them since this one was made, I don't want nobody to waste their money on them. I'm just telling you the truth. I ain't gonna sit here and shoot you no baloney. This is one, I mean, that's all the way I can explain it. It ain't just a handshake, it makes my head shake, like my brain shakes in my skull. It's just that rough. I'll fire it off right here now. We sitting 15 yards from the target there. I don't know, and like I said, them are good wool puffs on it. But that just shook all the way through my arm. Ain't no way you could shoot that over and over and over. But guys, I just want to show y'all, if any of you got a longbow out there, a good longbow that you really like, but you want to make you a custom grip, that's you a good way to do it. Now that's gonna be there forever. You ain't gonna take that back off with that 100% silicone. Well, you could peel that off, but then you'd have to sand the rest of that off of it to get it off. But odds is, once you got a handle that fits your hand like that, you probably wouldn't ever want to do nothing with it anyway, and a person would have to shoot an awful lot, many years to wear out a piece of leather, wouldn't he? But guys, that's it. Y'all keep on watching. Hit that subscribe button if you hadn't, because you're going to see a makeover of this little boat right here. It's either going to turn out better. I don't think it can turn out no worse unless it just breaks and I throw it away. either way, it's useless for me because I ain't even gonna shoot it out here in the yard. It hurts. It hurts me to shoot it. But as always, I hope y'all have a great day and a blessed week. God bless. See y'all next time.